guys, so I want to bring something to y'all's attention. It's something that I picked up on the other day, and I just didn't mention it. And sometimes I'll pick up on certain things intuitively, and I'll just wait on spirit to second it. Like, yeah, that's exactly what went down. Before I say anything. But y'all remember some years ago when Jay-Z and Beyonce came to Jamaica and they went to visit Vibes Cartel in prison, right? Now, I've been telling y'all that, okay, so the spiritual community knows different from what the people inside the box are like. I explained the other night. The people who got both feet in the physical realm, the physical world. And spiritual people are outsiders outside the box. We're like aliens. You got um, one foot in the physical realm, the physical world, and one foot in the spiritual world. And that's the balance. Okay? That's one of the 7 Hermetic principles. So, I was very suspicious of that visit, like even from then. And you know, when you're really working with spirit, and you're not getting ahead of yourself, you're definitely not getting ahead of spirit. You don't make a fool of yourself. And you make sure it's not like the crappy police here in Jamaica who are just lazy, you know, when which putting out the work is concerned. Like so many, this is a culture of laziness, of not doing one's work thoroughly. And the police force is no different. Politicians are no different. They're no different. The police force, politicians are no different. Okay? So it's not like the FBI that'll be or the CIA that'll be watching you. CIA, that's my name. Central Intelligence Agency. Okay. Central Intelligence Agency. Or is it Central Intelligence Agency? Well, same shit. They'd be like watching a nigga for like decades. And once they come in on you, they got you. You won't be able to escape. It don't matter who you hire. You could hire the devil himself. You could hire Satan himself to represent you. You going away for a long time, or you getting the death penalty, capital punishment, or life imprisonment. But you gonna get it. You gonna get it. Okay? They're not Gigi. They're not Gigi. They're not too eager, because when you're too eager, you fuck shit up and you forget certain protocols, and you cause dangerous people to get away and to do what? Cover up their tracks and to be slicker the second time around, and it's gonna be even harder for you to catch that nigga. Okay? So I mean, like, they learned from past mistakes so that the same shit don't reoccur. And we could connect the C-19 with, the Spanish influenza back in the early 1900s and shit like that. Was it the early 1900s or early 1800s? I think it was the early 1900s. I think. Yeah, over a hundred years ago. But they came here, and spirits telling me they offered him a plea. So before I go into that, okay, they ain't the judiciary system, but they created this clique okay, and trying to low key, even though they'll come out and say, y'all hear this corny with that Illuminati mess. They create that uh, gossip, that drama, that they are a part of this secret society called the Illuminati, the Freemasons, and all that shit. Let me tell you, people who are born occultists, uh, born uh, illum, uh, illuminate. Why am I? This is a word that was just so easy to say. Illuminate, okay? Holder of the light. A group of the group of illuminates are the Illuminati. This is not a wretched, wicked, motherfucking, nasty, filthy group. Okay? But that's what these motherfuckers portray this group to seem like. Okay? The Illuminati, which is a group of confirmation, illuminates, or that was a word that I said so easily. Why am I having trouble remembering the proper pronunciation? Illuminate, okay? These are people who are balanced. These people, we got the seven main hermetic principles embedded in our DNA, okay? Every fiber of our being. These are practices that we engage in, okay? Subconsciously. It's a part of our subconscious being because it is a part of our DNA. Okay? Every cell, every fiber of and every being, every cell and fiber and being of our bodies. Okay? So, they try to distort the definition of what it means to be an illuminate, of what the Illuminati is, of what Freemasonry is, and that is so when the true Illuminati, rises, people are like, oh, this is wretched, wicked, fucking group, blah blah blah. But what you gotta understand, it's not our responsibility to convince anybody, because like spirit does the convicting, okay? And to whosoever will, they'll come and they'll believe. And there'll be doubters. We don't give a fuck about them because we're not here to convince the flesh. And if, a motherfucker got both feet in the physical realm, like I said the other night, that motherfucker was pretty much predestined to be destroyed. That motherfucker was just a backdrop actor or actress. Okay? So, they're not the true Illuminati. Point blank. That's what I'm trying to say. But they're trying to present themselves as such, whilst creating the controversy and through confusion by saying they're not, when they're the ones who are. It's just like it's the same principle, the way in which they'll have their assistants or their friends call gossip blogs and tell them, oh, they're putting out an album this and that time, and like, oh, they don't know how the fuck that got leaked, or oh, they're gonna be at such and such airport, such and such restaurant, at such and such day, time, blah blah blah, month, blah blah blah, year, blah blah blah. And they're like, oh, they don't know how the fuck that got leaked. And it's the age of Aquarius, the age of enlightenment. Like, there's literally nothing that can be hidden. It's a swift and sudden judgment and justice. And light. Let there be light. Okay? That's, Aquarius frequency. Okay? The age of Aquarius is like, Aquarius is a water bearer. Okay? And well, a lot of people don't know about the last zodiac, which is a water sign, Pisces. Pisces represents imprisonment, okay, because it in itself is karma. So Capricorn is karma, Pisces is karma also, and Libra is also karma. Okay? Sag is karma. So there's a sign of out of all four elements that represents karma. For the fire signs, that's Sag. For the air signs, that's Libra. Okay. For the water signs, that's Pisces. And for the earth signs, that's Capricorn. Karma. Right? So Pisces does represent karma, and it represents imprisonment because your karma is, you're bound to your karma. It's and like even the whole destiny swapping and people trying to pass on their bad karma onto other people, that ain't gonna work in this age. It don't matter who is your witch doctor and who's doing ocus pocus shit for you, it's just not gonna work. And if knowledge really is power, because if people knew all of this and accepted what is truth, because like for so many people truth varies, but there is only one truth, and once you accept that fundamental truth, you're good to go. You don't make a fool of yourself, or you don't worry yourself. No one can take your destiny. No one can swap your karma. Because guess what? Spirit's gonna always implement something that's gonna fuck that shit up. If someone's karma is to die by a certain time, or if someone's karma is to die, they're not supposed to live beyond a certain age, and they're trying to pass that on to somebody else, guess what? This is how spiteful spirit is. Spirit, say for example, a nigga ain't supposed to live to the age of 30 years old, and he's trying to pass that on to other people or someone else. Spirit will fuck that nigga up and lower that age limit to say like 28, and you find that nigga will never live beyond the age of 28. That nigga ain't gonna live to see 29, his 29th birthday. No. And that's the type of judgment and age that we in and that we dealing with. It's like a spiteful energy, because of course it's that 5 of swords. It's spirits spiting you like, hey, you got that karma because you a wicked motherfucker, bitch or nigga, and because you wicked as hell, and you trying to pass that on to somebody else. So guess what, nigga? You see, instead of that 30, living until you're 30, you ain't gonna pass 28 years old. And that's us showing you that you should accept your fate. And stop always trying to be so slimy and scammy, tricky and manipulative and just despicable. Because you're still on some trifling shit that got you in trouble in the first place, that gave you that fucking bad karma. So guess what? The more you keep doing trifling ass shit, the more that gets dwindled down. Until Spirit may just say, oh, you ain't gonna live past 28 and a half years. So guess what? 6 months, you gonna die before 6 months after your 28th birthday. And guess what? You keep doing that shit, nigga. You just might just die today. Because you on that trifling shit. You're still trying to put that on people who don't deserve it. This is a beautiful time to be alive. It's not the age for wicked ass motherfuckers. Trust me. You want to be a righteous soul, which is a balanced soul, a balanced person, a balanced spirit in this day and age, or you're going to get fucked. And rightly so. Because that's karma. So Aquarius, which is a water bearer, is bringing on judgment, bringing on karma. Oh yeah. And the peaceful and the sweet kind. The good folks, the balanced folks, are bound to their good karma. There's no escaping that. No motherfucker can take that. So that's a form of imprisonment, but it's a good kind because it keeps your ass safe. Because nobody can take that away from you. No one can take that good karma away from you. And for the badass motherfuckers, the bad motherfuckers are toxic and worse than the devil himself. You imprisoned, you glued, you stuck to that bad karma. Oh yeah. And it coming sudden. It's coming with sudden change, sudden judgment, sudden justice. Oh yeah. And sometimes Spirit will lead us as the chosen ones to do shit. And sometimes Spirit will just do shit. Sometimes it's Spirit doing shit through us. Saying shit through us. So yeah, let's go back to when Beyonce and Jay-Z came to Jamaica. They made a proposition to him. Or a proposal. Okay? I spoke about earth signs before, that earth signs are protected financially. Okay? We may not have the best of luck where relationships are concerned and stuff like that, but when it comes to our money or reputation, those can never be fucked with or taken away from us. Of course, you got points in time where people try to, fuck around and with our dough or reputation, but guess what? We always bounce right back. Not right back. We bounce back, and we bounce to a higher state and level because we graduate. Every level, every time we conquer a devil, we ascend to higher levels. Okay? And he did not accept their proposal. That's what I'm getting from Spirit. And a lot of people thought that, he would come out of, he would be released from prison by a certain time, because these big, quote unquote, big influential people went to visit him in prison and blah blah blah, and he was just there for years after that. And that's because he did not accept their proposal. Because he knows something. Earth signs are very intuitive. Earth signs got their third house in water. Your third house is your north node. So when you think about doctors, healers, intuitives, you think about earth signs. Your north node is who you're destined to be. And even music, because music comes from emotions. It's art. And art is an expression of your emotions. So to have your third house there, even if you literally don't have your third house or your north node in water, the mere fact that you're an earth sign, you pull on that. aspect because you are in their sign. So it just says out there saying like, how the fuck did he know that a comet was coming? And you wrote that song before the comet came. Okay, and before Earth now has two moons, there's an asteroid circling around the Earth, and anything can happen. And that asteroid loses its gravitational, its gravity, and crashes into the Earth. Have you all ever thought about that? The moon itself could lose gravity and crash into Earth. Both the motherfuckers could lose gravity at the same time and crash into Earth. It reminds me of that vision that I had years ago. Like, I'm gonna say like about 10 years ago, give or take. A year or two of balls of fire, like rocks of fire or balls of fire crashing down. And I remember one, hit the wing of one of the wing of a plane, and the plane came crashing down. Right, like pretty much in front of me, not in front of me, in front of me, but in front of me. If you get what I mean? And like years after, I got visions that the Blue Mountain's gonna erupt, the Blue Mountain here in Jamaica, because every mountain is a volcano. Um, yeah, and Jamaica is very mountainous, very has a lot of heights and depths in terms of landscape. Most Caribbean islands are flat. Jamaica isn't. In Jamaica, it's like it's in for a rude awakening, and when the disaster does take place, it's gonna be like the worst of them all, which is just how it is with karma, because the longer it takes for you to get your karma, the greater it is. Okay, so if it's good karma, people trying to delay your good karma, once it hits, it's gonna be bigger and better than it would have been if they just allow you to just experience your good karma back then, or when you were supposed to. And with the bad karma, it don't matter how motherfuckers try to escape that, how many witch doctors they got concealing and covering up their bullshit, it gonna get exposed eventually, because this is a saying that I've always lived by and I've always heard. Everything that is in darkness will come to light. Not maybe or probably, but will. Meaning definitely. Without the shadow of a doubt. Beyond the shadow of a doubt. Or however they say it. So, yeah. Beyond the shadow of a doubt, going get exposed. No matter what you do, how many people you pay to shut up, how many people you kill, eventually the truth will see through. It's like that story I heard, like when I was younger, going to church. Um uh I think it stems from a scripture in the Bible. Can you hide your light under a bushel? No, you can't, because eventually the light is gonna burn through. Eventually it's gonna see through. Eventually it's gonna shine through. And we're in the age of light, enlightenment, light. It meaning the truth gonna slap you, even if you don't want to hear it, even if you don't want to see it. It is coming, and whether you want to embrace it or you want it to slap you in your motherfucking face, you gonna get it. Okay. A lot of us who are balanced, one foot in the physical realm, one in the spiritual realm, we ain't gonna lose our minds. It's the motherfuckers who have both feet in the physical realm, they gonna go lose their minds. especially the motherfuckers who are the orchestrators of this fuckery and shenanigan, or were, you know, up in front in the in the shenanigans. They're gonna lose their shit, their ass, their them punani, them dick, them vice, them mind, them head, them all body parts. It just, their souls, their spirit. They're gonna just go crazy. Okay, so he knew something. He knew that he didn't need them. They needed him, but they were trying to make it seem the other way around because then they were supposedly more influential. Um. Anyways, look at this long road shot catch. Hmm. I don't know why everything I'm like saying tonight just seems so strange and weird. Like it's not that, it doesn't go that way, but when I think about it, that's exactly how it's that long run shot catch, long run shot catch. Okay, so we took the long run, you know, and time moves so fast, especially in the age of Aquarius. Aquarius represents sudden change, so the time changes sudden. The days seem so short. The nights seem so short. The weeks seem so short. The months, the years, they seem so short. And so, if and there's another thing that you need to know about Earth signs. Earth signs are very patient. We are the most patient, and that's why we're the most stable, and vice versa. We're the most stable because we're the most patient. Yeah. You do not want to fuck with someone who got Earth highly aspected and who's a balanced soul. You are bound to get fucked in the game. Okay? Because like we're not like fire signs or air signs. We're quick to say or do. We wait. For us, revenge is best served cold. You know? And for us, then it's not even revenge. It's just you getting karma. You getting your bad karma, us getting our good karma. It's like we're not wild yet. We're just taking it one step at a time because time belongs to us. Capricorn, which is ruled by Saturn, Father Time, Cronus. Yeah, I was literally watching Storm of the Century last night. It's so weird. Everything is that it's not really weird, but it's weird, guys. If you get me, I started like this is a film that I watched like about over 20 something years ago when I was a teenager, and I just never remember the name. I always wanted to watch it again. It's a Stephen King film. Um, and one day I just opened up YouTube and all of a sudden it just popped up in my feed, and then I just started remembering the film, glimpses of it and stuff like that. And I started watching it, I think, day before yesterday or the day before. I think I like watched 1 hour, and then the other day I watched another hour of it, and then last night I finished like the other 2 hours. It's like 4 hours and I think 16 minutes long. And or was it that I watched 2 hours one night and 2 hours last night, something like that. And like today I was here and an alert came on my phone where in which I remember who made the comment that Hurricane Milton seems really bad, as though it's gonna be the storm of the century. I'm like, that's literally the name of the fucking film, Storm of the Century. It is so just synchronistic. You know, it's not like I heard the comment and then I just remembered the film. The film just popped up. I wasn't even searching for the fucking film. It just popped up and I started watching it. And I'm like, damn, like Halloween time is like my favorite time of the year. Once September, yeah, just chips in. It's like I know that autumn begins the end of September, but it's like for me the beginning of September is autumn, and like it's like the best time of the year for me, autumn and winter, especially autumn. You know, where the leaves they fall to the ground and there's so many leaves on the ground, and it's like I love death and transformation. I said that the other night in one of the recordings that there's just something about death and destruction that I take glory in. You know, like I mean, like the death of wicked ass motherfuckers and just the just and righteous form of death, like a death that is valid and needed. Because like death is transformation, it transforms. So you know, the righteous form of that going to transform the mindsets of motherfuckers, and you're like, oh, such beauty in that death, like that kind of shit, you know. Um, and that's why I transform so much. I'm like a chameleon. I transform so much because I value death, you know, and like things that people have done to me to hurt me, the way they thought and they think that I would react, I completely blow their minds all the fucking time. It's just my natal aspect. I just got the coolest natal aspects ever. I mean, like people would expect that I would just lose my mind. I mean, the things that I've been through in life. Sometimes I think about them and I just laugh. I don't even cry. I just laugh at how ridiculous people are and how ridiculously people will go to certain extents just to get a rise out of you, an expression out of you, and I'm just like dead cold. And like in my mind I would just be like laughing at how pathetic people are. I mean, like they will do things to hurt you and you're just like, damn, you just show yourself to be a wicked ass motherfucker. You just show yourself up. You just like what do you think the fuck that proved? That didn't prove nothing about me. What you did proved everything about you. That you are toxic as fuck. You know? And I just really love and value the way I perceive life. The spiritual realm, the physical realm. It's just beautiful. What else did I watch after? And I watched The Mist. That's another Stephen King film. Like he is like one of the greatest where filmmaking is concerned. Like, yeah. I like action or comedy or romance. I don't do those films. I like horror and thrillers and suspense, especially with horror. And like The Mist got a little comedy in it, so yeah. But man, I saw this. Oh, Wes Craven. I didn't know that he's the one who directed or produced Hills That Have Eyes. I'm not sure if that's the one that I watched in the 80s or 70s or something. I think they remade the Hills Have Eyes. In a I think maybe like the late 80s. Like the second part of that one that I was didn't even start really watching it, but I think it was like 84. The second part. I don't think those are the ones that I watched. I think the ones that I watched was like from I think they were made probably in the early 90s or late 80s, early 90s. I think I watched the remakes, you know, which had a more modern look and feel. Um, but I'm not sure what other films did Wes Craven direct or produce. I don't know. Who the hell produced Jeepers Creepers? I don't know. It's like the best time of the year, because like those films are like the best. And I must say the best films were made in the 80s, especially the year 89. Oh yeah, I'm not being biased. It's true. It's fucking true. It's just some things like that year is a visionary kind of year, you know. Or well, they were in production before that year and they were released that year. And some of them were actually, in production that year. But it just still points to that year. There's something special about that year, 1989, the last of the 80s. You got the 8, you got the 9. And I'm just now looking at this way. It's so crazy. It's like 89 is like the 8 of Wands in Tarot, like Swift. Like people like born like, oh damn, Taylor Swift was born 1989. And 89 is like the 8 of Wands, Pluto in Sag. 8 Tarot is like the 8 of Wands. That's Virgo frequency. Fuck. This is so fucking synchronistic, guys. The year 1989, year of the snake, that's Virgo energy. Contrary to what I see motherfuckers put on the internet about which zodiac synchronizes with this snake. Shut the fuck up. Because there ain't no other animal as analytical as a snake. When you think about Virgo, you think about the snake. Smooth, crafty, mercurial, analytical, can pretty much just see the full picture without you even opening your fucking mouth. That's Virgo all over. The perfect detective. 89. So 89 was the year of the snake, which is Virgo frequency. And synchronistically, Virgo's 8th house is in Sag. 8 and 9, because Pluto, which rules the 8th house, okay, is 8, numero 8, numerology 8, and Sag, 9th house, numero 9, numerology 9, 89, 89, and that's the year of Virgo, the year of the snake. And what does the 8 of Wands mean in Tarot? Swiftness, motherfucker. You see how a motherfucking snake moves? Do you fucking see how a snake moves? And when they about to attack, do you fucking see how a snake attacks? You don't even know when that motherfucker gonna strike. You'd have to be a snake your fucking self. A Virgo, tactical, analytical, to study and know that motherfucker about to strike. Because y'all got this in my mind. And then there's Taylor Swift with that last name, Miss Swift, born 1989. Damn. And guess what? When you add them digits, you get 9. Sag frequency. Swiftness. Travel. Sudden flight. Swift action, swift flight. You also get 999. That was the ending of it. That right there, 1989, is a veil. It's a fucking veil. I know we said that the year of Aquarius began in the year 2000, but 1989, that whole year itself is a veil. And following lunar, the Chinese astrology, of course, because if you don't think year of the snake, you thinking about Chinese astrology, and they follow the lunar calendar. So it'd be the second new moon after the winter solstice. So I don't know if that was late January or early February or mid February. So from then, come down to, I ain't even gonna go over into 1990, but from then to the end of 1989. So it's not a whole 1989. It's from when the Chinese New Year began, Year of the Snake. Okay? And it ain't until the Year of the Horse begins 1990. No. It's the end of 1989, December 31. Oh, and this 12-year cycle ends 2031. Another synchronicity. I just keep seeing these. Thank you, Spirit. So you got 89 right there. So it's the end of the 80s. That's the 8 right there. Because the 80s came before the 9. So the 8 right there first. And the beginning of the 90s. Oh, damn. So you got the 9 following the 8. Because it was first the 80s and then the 9 motherfucking 90s. Oh, shit. Ain't that a synchronicity right there? 1989. You try doing that with 1979. No, you don't fly. Because after 1979 isn't 1990, it's 1980. So it only works with 1980 fucking 9. That's a special fucking year. Ain't no motherfucker move faster than a motherfucker born in 1989. During the Year of the Snake, 1989. Not Year of the Dragon, 1989. Because some motherfuckers were born in 1989, but they were under the Year of the Dragon. That's before the second new moon after the winter solstice. That's when the Chinese New Year begins. After it begins, the second new moon following the winter solstice. So if the winter solstice is December 23 and the new moon is December 26, and the second new moon is like January 20. Yeah, that's when the Year of the Snake or the new Chinese New Year begins. You feel what I'm trying to say now? Okay. So so you can't beat Father Time. Capricorn is Father Time. Cronus. I believe in the gods, primordial beings, ancient beings of old. I've seen one in an astral travel of mine. I've seen one. In a human form. I'm not saying that's their form, but it had a human form. And I don't want to say he, but it was in a male form. So let's say he was in a male form. And he was melanated. And very fucking handsome. He wasn't a fat being. I'm not putting down fat people. I'm just saying, because you say he's big. I don't mean fat big. I mean he's like a big human being. But not a fat big human being. If you get what I mean. Okay? Very handsome. I would say he's slim, not skinny. But between slim to athletic build. He did not have locks. It was like a low cut hair or low cut afro. Or let me just say low cut hair. Really beautiful melanated skin. Dark skin. But not dark like black dark. Because you really do got people, some people who are really black. But dark skin. Okay? Radiant. Handsome as fuck. And he approached me, and I was so tiny compared to him that I would be standing on top of the neighbor's house, and he bent over or knelt down. I would say bent over to come face to face with me. Can you just imagine the ratio of, or the size of her face is? And he said a lot of stuff to me. He whispered a lot that I can't remember consciously. But one thing that I can consciously remember he said was that we got a lot of work to do, and he handed me a file. Yeah. And I woke up. I'm like, damn. I always knew that I'm like on a mission. And that was like a confirmation. Like, I received so many confirmations throughout my life here in in on this planet, in this realm. But damn, you know. And they always send the top soldiers to do the nastiest work, the hardest shit. And that's why I've been through some shit that I've been through. And it's like talking about them, it's like they're nothing, but I know these are shit that would have broken a lot of fucking people. But the way I'm made is like I'm artificial intelligent, it's like I'm artificial intelligence. It's like I feel once in a blue moon, and I feel like I allow myself to feel every now and then, to feel like I'm normal. But the truth is, I feel like a fucking robot. It's just it's like I can turn my feelings on and off as I so desire. That kind of shit. But so, only natural I was supposed to, have certain experiences because Spirit knew that I wouldn't lose my fucking mind. Because to lose your mind is to get embroiled and all caught up in sauce in the situation. Now, that's how you lose your fucking mind. Because you are not in control of your emotions. You don't know how to turn them on and off. And so your emotions overcome you, and then you lose your fucking mind. It gotta be balanced. So he turned them down, and of course, being the Capricorn he is, very patient, father time. Virgos too are very patient because Virgos are very disciplined in their ninth house. They've got Capricorn. I'm not saying every Virgo is. I keep telling people you gotta look at the other natal aspects, because if they got plenty other aspects that contradicts who a Virgo is and what it means to be a Virgo, that gonna be one fucked up motherfucking Virgo. And then you gonna say Virgo is a horrible sign. You gotta look at the overall picture, which is what balanced people do. When you got one foot in the material world, the physical realm, and one in the spiritual realm, you look at the whole picture. You look at things from outside the box. So you're seeing all four corners in and out, in the bottom and the top, so nothing misses you. So now, the year that Vibes Kartel is freed from prison, all these motherfuckers going down. Diddy, Jay-Z, Beyonce, all these pussies. And he's not the only motherfucker who's getting freed from prison. A lot of us in the spiritual realm who they've been trying to hold down and hold back and try to, intercept our destinies as to what it is we're supposed to fucking do in this lifetime. And set industry plans here and industry plans there and blah 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 blah. That shit ain't gonna fly. Tradition is breaking this 12-year cycle because you got the second house in Leo, and the fifth house is in Scorpio, which is death and destruction. So there's change to tradition and norms and values, and What kind of change? They're dying. Death and destruction. Death and destruction endings. They're dying. A lot of people, I did a reading about this maybe a few years ago, a couple years ago, 2 years ago, or a little over a year ago, that the fifth year is going to be so super transformative, that it's going to be so transformative, super transformative. People's net worth are going to be transformed drastically. You're going to have people moving from all the way at the top of the ladder of the socio economic ladder to all the way to the bottom, bankrupt, broke, like dog, worse than dog. And people moving from all the way at the bottom to all the way at the top. We ain't talking about no middles right here. Okay. So I remember talking about that in a reading that I did, or several too. So you gotta look at shit. Nothing is a coincidence. They came to visit. Years ago. A lot of people are like, "Oh, well, boss, I get free." I know, because these fake bitches, this fake bitch and fake nigga went to visit him. Blah 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 blah. Nothing came out of it because he didn't accept their proposal. He waited because he knew his time is gonna come. It's here, and guess what? These motherfuckers are going down, and he's out here on social media living his best life, living it up, partying and doing all kinds of shit because he knows. Guess what? He knows they were a part of him being locked away. Because everybody who they know that got great influence over the world, or who will have great influence over the world, they try to manipulate and control so they can acquire some of that influence. And like I said, leech off of these people's energies like energy vampires and do destiny swapping and shit. Okay? I done said that. But it ain't gonna work in this age. Okay? They did that to Aaliyah in the 1990s. They did that to Tupac in the 1990s. They did it to Biggie in the 1990s. That shit ain't gonna work. It's 2000 shit, bitches. It ain't gonna work. So, yeah. It's a great time to be alive as a righteous, balanced bitch. So, yeah. I've been saying it over and over again. If you fucked up, it's not a good time for you to be alive. And it's like, I saw this, like, post. It's just really mostly read the headings, like I told you guys before. Where it said that they're beating him up in prison and blah blah blah. That nigga is so narcissistic that he'll pay motherfuckers to beat him up, to make it seem as though his life is in danger and he really needs to get out of prison. Let me tell you, if they allow that nigga to get out of prison, he knows he's going away for a long time. You know what he gonna do? He go fuck up his victims. He gonna do as much damage as he can possibly do to fuck up his victims, and then turn himself in or run the fuck away. Okay? So you do not, even if they legitimately beating his ass, let them beat his ass and kill his ass in prison. Or get him a cell to himself. But don't let his ass out of prison. He's so fucked up and wicked as hell and narcissistic as hell, that nigga would pay people to beat his ass up just to get out of prison. Say, oh, his life is endangered. Motherfucker, motherfucker, motherfucker. It ain't gonna fucking work. You could offer $1 trillion. You ain't getting out of that shit. They should not let him out of that fucking shit. If they gonna beat his ass and kill him in there, let them do that shit. He been doing that shit to a lot of bitches and a lot of niggas. He killed a lot of niggas. Oh, you can imagine how many motherfuckers up in that prison who loves them some Tupac and some Biggie. If it ain't Tupac, it's Biggie. And he is responsible for both them niggas' death. And you beating up women. And you a boy lover. Xerxes. They're gonna beat your ass in that shit. Didn't y'all hear that it is he who laughs best? The motherfucker who laughs last. It's that motherfucker who gets the longest laugh and the sweetest laugh. The best laugh. So yeah. So I wanted to, because I'm sure like there are some Jamaican quote unquote celebrities who were present at Diddy's parties, okay? And I don't want to jump the gun or assume, but I think Usain Bolt went to a Diddy party with Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart. Yeah, I think so. Um, I think so. Let me look that up so I can be certain. I'm sure that Shensia was there. Okay, and it was shortly after all that shit she started talking about a lot of anal sex, and she don't got a problem with it, and she tried it before and all that shit. Um Now that's what you call soul selling. Like, you weren't with a certain shit, and all of a sudden, for money and fame, you with that shit. Like, what's with that? Like, why the fuck you change? Like Green Lizard. Let me see, because I thought I saw a picture. Um, of Usain Bolt at a Diddy party. I could be wrong. I'm sure for a fact that Shinsia was at a Diddy party though. But like, Usain Bolt was rubbing shoulders with a lot of these nasty ass motherfuckers, so it is pretty possible that he could have been there, you know. Uh but I'm sure there were some Jamaican quote unquote celebrities who attended Diddy's party. Yeah, Shensia was definitely there a year ago. Yeah, there are pictures of her talking to Diddy, pictures of her talking to Chris Brown at Diddy's party. So here's a Diddy news from Dancehall Mag. This was posted April 14, 2020, a month after being photographed alongside Diddy in the recording studio. Shensia has confirmed an upcoming project with the rap mogul. Okay, mogul is a fucking devil and pervert. Okay. And that was 2020. And I told y'all, if y'all scroll the fuck well the way back down on my profile, you'll see where I posted that Diddy, his life was gonna get turned upside down because that bitch, she don't got good energy. She's salt. In other words, that's what we'd say here in Jamaica. She's salt. Okay? She's salt. Like ever since, like I mean, like they've been spying on Diddy, yeah. They've been watching the nigga, yeah. But that energy that she carries, that energy, anybody and everybody that collaborates with her, is like, their life gets fucked up some way or another. Their life gets fucked up. I'm a very analytical. Hello, what did I say about Virgo and the snake? Being very analytical. And when we ready to say and speak, we gon' hit the target because we analytical as fuck and we precise. That's the snake. Once the snake is eyeing you, you gonna get fucked. Because it's not gonna strike unless it's certain it gonna hit the target. Oh yeah. So she was in the studio with Diddy 2022. And in 2020, she was in the studio with him. In 2022, uh, she was seen there talking to Chris Brown at Diddy's 53rd birthday party. Um, and she was also party. Okay. But this is another party. Okay, so he's a Scorpio, they said. Okay. And that was November 5, 2022. That's Scorpio season. Yeah. April 13, 2022. She was also in a studio with Diddy again. Because remember, 2020, she was in the studio with him. Okay. Damn. So April 14, 2020. Dancehall Mag posted a month after being photographed alongside Diddy in recording studio. She confirmed an upcoming project with the rap mogul. Okay, that's April 14, 2020. Then April 13, 2022. Okay, she was seen. See the synchronicity there with the April. She was seen partying it up with him. This wasn't a birthday party shit. This was like some regular party, but apparently all of his parties are freaky shit. Whether birthday party or whatever party. But I could have sworn that there was a picture of Usain Bolt at a Diddy party. Anyways, the truth is yet to be uh revealed. Okay, everybody gonna eventually know all the celebrities, whether Jamaican, African, other Caribbean, or other country celebrities who attended that motherfucker's parties, okay? Yeah. And we can just count it that all the motherfuckers got AIDS. They all got AIDS. His Diddy got AIDS. And he be spreading that AIDS. That motherfucker be using horse tranquilizer to not them motherfuckers don't know what the fuck be going on with them if he spiked their drinks with the horse tranquilizers. They don't know what the fuck is going on. You like just going through shipping his dick and just giving bitches AIDS and HIV and HIV and all that shit. So everybody who been I did a reading that there's gonna be a massive HIV outbreak. Okay. I did a reading on that. Okay, and I think I did another one that was specifically geared towards the quote unquote entertainment industry that there's going to be a massive HIV/AIDS outbreak in the entertainment industry. Janet Hughes, that's how she got it, okay? But everybody's immune system reacts differently. You got I think I spoke about this before. You got a motherfucker who gave another motherfucker the virus, even if none of them motherfuckers on medication. The motherfucker who the motherfucker gave the virus can eventually develop AIDS before the motherfucker who gave that motherfucker the virus. Okay? Because guess what? It's pretty much dependent on a motherfucker's immune system. Okay, so the motherfucker who gave the other motherfucker the virus could got a stronger immune system than that motherfucker, even though they got the virus before that motherfucker. And then that motherfucker, because they got a weaker immune system, the virus turns into AIDS much faster in their bodies. And then you find what? That motherfucker got AIDS before the motherfucker who gave them the HIV. Okay? So she got it in the industry. She was linked to Chris Brown, who the fuck else? Nick Cannon. You know, some of them know they got that shit. They're on treatment. Some of them didn't know. You know, like I said, it's about the strength of one's immune system. Apparently, Janet Hughes, her immune system is weaker Don't be surprised if she attended a Diddy party. Let me look that up. If Jenna Tews attended a Diddy party. Jenna, okay, no, I think it's Gena Tews at Diddy's. Because she was probably a sex worker there. Because, like, she'd be trying to get into the music industry. And, you know, a lot of these girls, they do anything and everything just to get attention and get into the music industry. You know? Yeah. Oh, people be looking that shit up. Janet Stewart did it parties. Damn. People been looking that shit up? Oh. Wait the fuck. Because I'm telling you that she got it at a Diddy party. Okay, what do I need to touch right now? There was a link that I saw that I want to touch. No, that's gonna open TikTok. I feel like she been to some Diddy parties. I feel like she been to some. Let me go to images. Images. I mean, like, Diddy's mom, Muma, I'm gonna call her Muma, is a nasty ass bitch. She created a monster. This nigga be saying, Jason Lee be saying, every celebrity has been to a Diddy party. Damn. You know, ain't nothing good going down in that. Damn. All the motherfucker got HIV, right? Damn. I'm trying to find a picture, but you know, they probably removed all them pictures, but I'm sure one will pop up one day. Cause I'm pretty sure, like, even if she hadn't been to one, I'm sure one of them celebrities who've been to one of Diddy's party gave her. And I feel like she just got a weaker immune system than that motherfucker. It wasn't no drugs that she was doing, and using no tainted needle or tattoo fucking tainted needle. It was none of that shit. None of that shit. Okay? Someone sexed her and gave that shit to her. Trust me. Well, guys, I'm gonna leave it right here. I don't think there's anything else that I really want to talk about right now. Yeah, it's just high time that y'all know that you can't keep a man by having babies for him. It don't work that way. Never has, never will. Keep your freedom. You know, babies are cute, but you want to live it up, party, enjoy life. don't allow bitches or niggas to shame you, try to shame you. Oh, you have a baby when you old and or blah blah. The fuck? Have kids when you know you ready to call it in and relax and just chill and just when you when you know that you're ready to give yourself selflessly to another human being, and most importantly you're financially stable, more in which if a nigga wants to go he can fucking go. You don't need child support from him because it's best you have no communication with some of these niggas, after a while, because you know once you find out their true colors, like it's best the kids don't even know who the fuck their fathers are, because a lot of women, they they live with toxic men, they raise their kids with toxic niggas, because they want to, they just want to create this image that um they got a balanced family, a stable family, because mama and daddy is there. And them kids a lot of times turn out worse than kids that were grown by single parents. No joke. A lot of times they turn out worse than the kids who were actually grown by single parents. um because when you got that toxic parent in that child's life, the kid is gonna pull from that toxicity. That is not an if, but, or a fucking maybe. It's a fact. Okay? And a lot of kids are better off being raised by single mamas, single daddies, okay, than both parents being present. Okay? So you want to make sure that you financially stable, so that if push comes to shove, you didn't see that you were dealing with an asshole, a devil in flesh. You find out that you are dealing with the devil in flesh. You just detach from a motherfucker. Okay, so stop just throwing your coochie and just getting knocked up by these men. It's just not that serious. The responsibilities are not that cute. I mean, like, the kids are, some of them at least. But no, it's just a lifetime of responsibility. And once you bring a child into this world, you're always responsible for them in one way or the other. You're responsible to, part of your responsibility is to grow them, to have independence of character, and to be able to support themselves. Okay? But at the same time, you still gotta be there for them in case shit hits the fan. Cause you still the bitch or nigga who brought them, who helped to bring them into this world. You're not gonna enable them and encourage them to be a worthless piece of shit or good for nothing, but you gonna be there. You gonna grow them to be ambitious, hardworking motherfuckers. But even the ambitious, hardworking motherfuckers still need a handout or a loan every now and then. And you gotta be there for them. If nobody else can or will, you gotta. Okay, so it's a lifetime of responsibility. So don't forget that. I feel sorry. I remember when I was younger, I used to always like feel sad when I would see single people. And like getting older, I don't feel like that anymore. I think I more feel sad when I see people in relationships, because then I start wondering what them motherfuckers be going through. Mostly the woman, like, she probably putting up with a whole lot of shit. Even if that motherfucker acts like he is the a gentleman, like the best man ever in public. I've been there, done that. They act like that. They're not but douchebags, a lot of them. Not all of them, but a lot of them, most of them. And I just feel sorry for women in relationships right now because I'm like, oh, they have no freedom. And it's like the same thing with kids now. It's like when I see pregnant women and women with little babies, I just feel so sorry for them because I'm like, oh, they're in captivity, they're bound, they're in bondage. And like, it really doesn't matter how much money you got, like, it's still your kid, and you still required as a mother, if you want to be a good mother, any at all, to spend time with your kids. So you still in some form of captivity and bondage. Even if you got a gazillion relatives and family members, you as the mother, you still gotta spend time with your kid and bond with your kid. Mothers nurtured. So just be fucking careful. That's all I'm saying. Namaste.